You really believe this story? Osama bin Laden?
Yeah.
What part convinced you?
Her confidence.
If you're right, the whole world's gonna win in on this.
2011, Celia Foote with the Help gets you 4 nominations, and then you
Yes.
follow it up with this movie. Wow.
Wowza. Wowza. I was
What-
a very lucky girl.
Yeah, what a great role. It's such a macho film, this movie. And we sort of see it through Maya's eyes. How do you think that changes and colors the film?
Wow. Well, I'm really excited to be a part of this film. I've been a great fan of Catherine Bigelow. She's one of the best filmmakers there is, and I think she's the only one that could have told this story. We see the film through Maya's eyes, who is a targeter working in the CIA. This is a true story.
Written by a journalist who then took his
Information.
sources and turned it into a screenplay.
Exactly.
Which I think makes it the next step in realism up from Saving Private Ryan, let's say.
Yeah, or like All the President's Men.
Right.
Right?
Right.
And I'm really moved by this character because, in typical Hollywood fare, lead female characters are defined by men, always.
They're next to the guy.
Exactly.
That's moving the
They're the
story.
girlfriend, or they're the victim of the man. Even if they're a lead, they're the
Right.
victim. They're trembling. They have a neuroses. There's something mentally off by them. Even if they're a hero, there's something mentally wrong. That's not this story. This is a real woman. We weren't going to change her story. We make her capable and strong and make her stand on her own in this world, which is exactly who she was. That's exciting for me to play.
Right, and then we watch the extreme circumstances change her.
Exactly. We start to see her lose herself over this 10-year journey until finally at the very end of the movie, he says, "Where do you want to go?" Where does she go? Where do we go as a country? Where do we go as a society now?
Yeah, very, very intense, and I think the realism really lends a earthy guttiness to the film, where you know that this more or less actually happened as it's laid out in the film.
One of my favorite things is after, we were making the film, we started shooting in February of this year. After we had made it, some books have come out, written, there was No Easy Day written by the Navy SEAL, and I was super nervous before reading it to see if it would match up. It all matches up perfectly. And he talks about Jen, who was in the CIA, and that she was the only one who was 100% sure all the time. He also said she had been on this mission for years. They were only on it for 40 minutes. He actually says that in his book. So with this movie coming out, like showing her journey to find the compound and to find the man is really exciting.
And all these, we're always talking about honoring the troops and honoring them for their service. There's a whole cadre of people that work in the shadows that never get the accolades, yet are constantly working and working. Those people, did you get to meet any of them? The real, actual people?
Well, it's tough because the reason they're in the shadows is because they're undercover.
Sure.
I mean, without this movie, this is a woman who made such an amazing sacrifice. She became a servant to this. She gave it everything, and she cannot take credit for it. She can't step forward and say, "It's me, you guys. I'm Maya. I'm Jen. I'm that person," because she's an undercover CIA agent. And thank goodness she can't do it, because if she does, she wouldn't be able to work in the CIA anymore, and we'd lose a great hero.
Right. And with all the dysfunction I think we see in Washington and government, it's actually very patriotic and heartening to see the government do something so complex and so long-lived and so successfully.
Yeah.
It kind of makes you feel good to be on the right side.
Right. Well, also to see her journey. Like, it's not just her interrogating terrorists. It's in, like, the hoops she has to go through, the red tape. Even when she gets to Washington, how long it takes to finally get something done.
Someone to listen to her.
Please listen to her. I mean, it's this decade of this girl that no matter what said, 100% he's there. Please listen to me. Until finally they did.
And you think it's because she's a girl that they weren't listening to her?
I wonder, part of me wonders, because even at the end of the movie when I find it so brilliant what Mark and Catherine did when the general confirms on the telephone 100%, and he goes, "The girl confirmed it." He doesn't say Maya. he says, the girl. So even at the end, even after everything she does, she's still the girl.
Well, you make her sing.
Oh, thank
Excellent
you.
work. Congratulations and great luck with the movie.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to talk to you.